am in South Florida. I just finished covering a Major League Baseball spring training game, and now I'm headed to my first national park for 2017 for some landscape and nature photography. I'm hoping to get there before the sun sets so I can get some of that golden hour as the sun is going down. I definitely am going to get some in the morning. We've got great weather over the next couple of days, and I'll be here for a good while tomorrow. See if we can get something that's unique and identifiable to the Everglades National Park. I was making an entirely different type of video than what is about to be presented. The Everglades, after all, it's in South Florida and it's just a few feet above sea level. It's flat. And looking online for both existing landscape photography in the Everglades, for videos as well as images, there's just not a lot there. You see lots of close-ups of trees and the canopies. You see plenty of birds and alligators and American crocodiles and manatees, but you really have a hard time of finding anything landscape-wise, truly landscape-wise, with the Everglades. And because I'm trying to do a series of national parks with landscape photography, and here we are in March in South Florida. I was down this way anyway for another assignment. You know, I decided to go ahead and shoot this, and I had to think what I could do to come away with an image that is at least presentable in a video. And you know, the thoughts came across, okay, well, I can do if the skies are clear, I can do a Milky Way shot. I just have to find something, you know, to plaster right there in the foreground. Or perhaps I could shoot some infrared, and with the green and the leaves, you know, make something in infrared with black and white that at least gives it some interest. But you know, that was what I was having to go through my thought process to come away with a video and image of what I was hoping for. It was a bit of a struggle. And then to compound, I don't really want to say stress, because I was never stressed about this photo shoot, but just the anxiety of having something that's a decent video as I tried to build this channel. You know, I knew that I would need any type of landscape to work in the Everglades. I felt like I needed a sunrise or a sunset, something that would give me interest in the photo. And that was if I could find something that would present a true landscape. And then I got stuck in traffic for 2.5 hours. It's been an hour and a half since the previous portion of this video, and I got to 2.5 miles away from the last turn I would have to take to get to the portion of the Everglades that I wanted to go to, and traffic stopped. we've just started moving again. I haven't even gone a quarter of a mile. So there's no telling what's stopping us. And the sun has set. It is getting dark. And again, it has nothing to do with the place that I'm heading to. It has everything to do with just trying to get there. But I have a few other tricks up my sleeve for tonight. Which I was only a couple of miles from the turnoff. Then I got to the first area that I kind of had marked in my mind to try to play with, and when I got there it was closed. There was no way in at night. It just didn't work. So then I drove another 40 minutes and stayed at a campground. It's taken a while, but finally here. And I was going to try the nighttime photography, and it didn't work there either. It's just, I couldn't see enough to find an interesting composition to try to do a Milky Way shot. Besides that, the mosquitoes were horrible, even in March. A quick open of the door and close, I had 20 to 30 mosquitoes in the truck that quick. And so I wasn't gonna try to brave myself to take a Milky Way shot in the Everglades that may or may not work and be coated with mosquitoes. So I just went to sleep and decided, okay, I'm gonna get up before daybreak. And it was about 15 miles from where I camped for my first location. Well, I made it up this morning before the sun has gotten up, and I'm headed to my first location that I hope to catch. Just started getting a little bit of light, and about another 10 minutes or so I should be where I'm trying to get to anyway. And on the way there, the Everglades presented something to me that was in my favor. There was a low-lying mist, and the cypress trees, the bare cypress trees, offered a neat silvery contrast in the mist. And by no means was it a perfect image. It just wasn't. But I got I pulled over on the side of the road. I got an image of the cypress tree with the mist behind it. Played the rule of thirds with it. Centered one. Just played with it a little bit. So I'm set up for the first shot this morning. We've got the mist, the sun, putting some pastel colors back behind the mist. And we've got these three trees. Just going to be a simple composition with that, with the mist behind it. And then I think I'm going to do something with this tree here as well. And then I'm going to head back down the road a little bit further. But we're going to set this up at ISO 100. F4. And at 60, 60th of a second. And see if we can't get something pretty cool. In fact, we're going to bracket this. 3 brackets, 3 quick shots. that's what we got. And I was thinking, okay, at least I've got an image. I just, really wish I could, the Everglades would do this video justice. And then, after taking that image, as the sun started to break over the tops of the low-lying horizon and cypress and even pines, with the mist and the lowlands and the time that I arrived to the point that I wanted to go to, it was no longer whether the Everglades could do my video justice. It was more, could I do justice to the Everglades? It gave me that first really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous landscape, a true landscape shot. Alright, so I had to do this quickly, but the sun was coming up. I've got the cypress trees coming up through the mist, and it's exactly like one of the images that I'm looking for. You can see here kind of what it looks like through the camera. I didn't have a whole lot of time to set up. I'm gonna still see if I can find some more things down here, but that one struck me as I was driving by, so I had to stop, grab the camera, grab the tripod, throw it up there, and get this thing composed quickly. And then the rest of the day just continued to work. You can look at different images of the Everglades and you see birds and the crocodiles and the alligators and the manatees and close-ups of different vegetation under the canopy of the cypress and the mangoes. And you know it, the Everglades is beautiful. You know that there's great views, great things to see, but you don't know if there's great things for a composition in a photograph. And the Everglades just kept giving me composition after composition. I'm in the, and I'm gonna mispronounce this, I'm sure. I'm in the Pioche trail part of the Everglades, and about to go through a canopy here. The sun is still rising, and this particular spot is famous for having birds of all varieties very nearby. Great for bird watching and bird photography. But the mist is still down. I've still got an orange glow from the sun because of the mist. So I am gonna hopefully get a couple of images coming through here. I did a quick walk out onto this track, and there's a couple of possibilities that I'm gonna shoot with the mist kind of an orange glow. I'm not gonna have the sun in this photo, but one is there's a single tree out in the mist that I'm gonna get, and then the other is I'm gonna try to get the glow on the cypress, but you can't see very well from here, but back that way it's a really good shot. Start filming, you can do that. I need to wait for the mist to burn off just a tad so I can get that tree to pop a little bit better. You can hear the crows, such as this one up here. My buddy that's right down here. Hey guy. See, they come up close. And what I was expecting, just to try to get the sunset the night before and the sunrise the next morning, and maybe a mid to late morning shot, which is why I had the infrared filter. I ended up staying most of the day. Never needed to put an infrared filter on my camera. I never took a night shot. The only filter I ever put on the camera was a polarizer, and I ended up taking it back off because the Everglades was perfect the way it was. My position here is this one cypress that's bald with the green backdrop, the grass, and isolating that from the ground, from the glow of the sun. I've got to get out of the way because of the my shadow from the sun creeps into it, but we're going to do that one. And it just caught me while I was driving. It gave me the images that I knew I wanted, but I had no idea they were actually there. And sometimes, just like anything with life, just have to go on faith. Faith that there's something there. And when you do that, when you give into that faith, the rewards are usually pretty great.
Hey, do you want to see more great content? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out these other videos. Thanks for watching.